Good morning and welcome in, everyone. Before we get into this morning's update, let's go over a quick synopsis of what's going on. And unfortunately, last night I was not able to do a live because I don't have a lot of room to work in my house. It was cold out last night, so I wasn't going to do a live outside because it was raining and snowing. But they're still working on my house. They've taken out some of the carpet in the dining room and they put in the new floor. And now the living room and the hallway are going to be done today. So hopefully by tonight, after they get done with an 8-hour workday, they'll be done with that area and we can go on to standard scheduled programming. So I apologize for no live yesterday. I was happy we were able to do an update and a short yesterday, but now we need to get back on the same page. So I would appreciate if you hit that like button so we can push this around. As we can see, XRP is down 2.47% on the morning, dropped below $2.40 as we sit at about the $2.37 mark. That is not a bad thing though. This is what we talked about yesterday. Down to $2.36 approximately. That was the area of support. So if you just move it down here, it's just, I said 235 yesterday. Let's see. Because we have this channel. I mean, that's pretty, let's see, that's not exactly on. Yeah, see, this got separated. I knew it looked a little off. It's not much. It's just, it slid a little bit. Not anything major. So from here, and the way I had it was like this. Okay, perfect. So now that hits right around 235. Now we're going to want to hold that, however. We really want to hold that. And if we fall below this, that can be a bearish signal. So we're on a Friday. This actually is a little bit lower, isn't it? Because it's supposed to be right around 236, 235. Yeah, see, I messed it up. I think I had it like this coming through before. Only because I had it tap this area right there. No, that's wrong. We got to keep it up. See, it's going to be just kind of a judgment call. That is why I put it right there. Yeah, it's just going to have to be a judgment call here. But if it comes below this area, like I said yesterday, 235, it's actually like 233. We can give ourselves a little grace. But if we fall through here, it would be a rather interesting drop. I don't want it to fall through here, just a heads up. I want this little falling channel to stay intact. I want to make sure that that inverse right shoulder stays up. And if we fall back through here, then we would open up the door. Let's just give ourselves some grace to 233 to make it force us through. And yeah, I could have corrected that, but I wanted to show it in real time so that the audience can see what's going on. And then if 233 falls, then it comes back down to possibly back testing, even on a hold if we're bullish. That ends up being right around $2. Let's get the exact number. $2.13. So if we lose $2.33, you could theoretically, in a very real way, have a 20-cent drop down to $2.13. The one thing that is, annoying is the fact that we're going into the weekend here after today. Last day of a normal trading day with the ETFs online. And as we know, the last 14, yes, you heard that right, the last 14 Sundays, or in combination of the weekend, we were red. That is not a great variable to have. If this comes all the way down here, you're talking about instead of 264, 256, that's already gotten to the resistance. So, I mean, we've got areas, but right now, we could find ourselves, if we were to fall all the way down here, we could find ourselves having a slightly little correction. However, we do have an inverse head and shoulders with an inverse right shoulder. Nice W Gartley reversal, and it looks like all we're doing is back testing the move. So, in my opinion, as long as 233 holds, we'd be okay. But the moment we lose $2.33, that could open up quite the drop. So I'm going to give us a little grace and lower it a little bit from 235. That's why I readjusted the resistance level, because technically you could say it was a little lower. So we'll just make sure that it proves that it's not hitting a support structure. So with that being said, good morning. 9:11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Friday, March 21st, 2025. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. Even though it's pretty cold, 28 degrees out right now as I'm doing this update. Should be about 50 this afternoon. So all things considering, even if it is really busy on the inside of my house, I should be able to, at least outside in some capacity, try to do the live. But I'm going to really do my best to get that live out tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and do it the proper way. I want to do another about 5 minutes here. Day's a little different because my son's off for school for the next week. He doesn't have his normal schedule today, so still got other things with the other kids. They just got dropped off at school. The 18-year-old drove herself. But we still have stuff to do because the builders are going to be here in probably the next 15 minutes. So I want to do about 5 more minutes here. Touch base on Bitcoin. Look at the XRP Bitcoin pairing. I haven't seen anything from the the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission, to validate yet what Brad Garlinghouse said about them going to drop the settlement with XRP. And until the SEC actually says something, and I may have missed something, but I didn't see it. But the SEC, we're waiting to hear the official announcement as far as I'm concerned. But we do have a possibility here if we hold this with the symmetrical triangle. If this breaks out, we could have a very nice move. So let's read this real quick. So XRP price chart hints at 75% gains next as SEC ends lawsuit against Ripple. XRP price has recovered by almost 30% in the last 2 weeks, led by crypto market rebound and Ripple's long-running legal battle against the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. SEC comes to an end. Like, I've not seen the SEC say it unless I missed something. But yeah, I know Brad Garlinghouse said it, but I want to hear the SEC come out and officially put that statement out. The cryptocurrency's rebound is also occurring inside the confines of a classic bullish continuation pattern, promising further gains in the coming weeks. The XRP symmetrical triangle puts 75% rally in play, and it's true because that would help push us near that $4 level if this actually plays out. XRP's bullish technicals appear as it forms what appears to be a symmetrical triangle pattern. We've diagnosed this a long time ago. A symmetrical triangle is considered a classic bullish continuation setup unless it falls below the consolidation zone. Setup that forms after the price consolidates inside a range formed by converging trend lines after a strong uptrend. As a rule of technical analysis, the setup resolves when the price breaks above the upper trend line, potentially rising as high as the length of the maximum distance between the upper and lower trend lines. As of March 21st, XRP bounced after testing the triangle's lower trend line, eyeing a rise toward the upper trend line around the apex point at $2.35 by April. The ultimate target for that possible breakout is $4.35 by June, up 75% from the current price level. Conversely, a drop below the trend lines could invalidate the bullish setup, setting up XRP on the path towards $1.28. The bearish target is obtained by subtracting the triangle's maximum height from the potential breakout point at $2.35. That's why it's so important to not break down here. XRP's fundamentals boost upside outlook. The bullish technical setup is developing in line with a recent flurry of positive events around Ripple and XRP. Notably, the cryptocurrency climbed by as much as 7.85% to reach $2.41 on March 21st, 2 days after the SEC dropped its appeal against Ripple. The rally gained momentum after crypto exchange BitNominal voluntarily dismissed its lawsuit against the SEC before launching the first CFTC-regulated XRP futures in the U.S. So, SEC drops Ripple case. Maybe I missed something. Okay, so it's just the CEO saying it again. So, I'm still waiting for SEC to come out and say something. It says they will drop the appeal, but I want to see the official acknowledgement. That could be also why the price isn't, moving as much. We're just going to read through this, and then we'll do more of the other stuff. We'll go through Bitcoin and the XRP Bitcoin pairing later and all that. But I want to put this out with the information as related to this. And I've only got so much time this morning. Futures contracts allow traders to speculate on XRP's price without directly holding the asset, increasing overall market activity. This deepens liquidity, reducing slippage, and making it easier to execute large trades. However, according to crypto lawyer John Deaton, Ripple still faces a legal hurdle in the form of an injunction issued by Judge Annalisa Torres, which restricts the company from selling XRP to institutional investors. Something I've talked about a long time ago. Until that injunction's gone, and I know a lot of people in the community bring this up from time to time in the live, the price isn't going to go any higher at an alarming rate like we want. until the institutional investors are allowed to properly be sold the tokens. He told Cointelegraph that the ruling can potentially limit Ripple's ability to distribute XRP directly to institutional investors, namely banks and financial institutions, adding, if Ripple obviously wants to be able to issue XRP to banks in America directly, I think the hang-up is that injunction. How do you get past that injunction? This article does not contain investment advice or recommendation. Every investment in trading more involves risk, and traders should conduct their own research within making a decision, which I firmly believe that is true. You shouldn't make a decision based on what I say, somebody else says, what the government says, yada, 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 so on and so forth. And before I leave, Bitcoin got rejected at that 86,574, and there is a chance now, because it's coming down, that if it breaks this, we'll come all the way back down and try to find support on this breakout zone. But that could bring us all the way back to 79K. I'd rather this run out as a bull flag. Looks like it did not. And for every action, there's a counter reaction, or non-action, there's another counter reaction. So assuming if this breaks down, you're going towards 79,948. If we can push past that pivot point at 86,500, next target would be 90K. Have a blessed morning, everybody. Stay safe, be patient, don't show emotion, and don't forget to give thanks to your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, on this beautiful, cold Friday morning.